Hello and welcome back to Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves, a podcast where two dumb idiot best friends absconded with Tom Hanks, purloined Dwayne Johnson, and are about to be absolutely mugged by Keanu Reeves. I'm Sam Siegel, and I'm stealing your kid.
A literal felony this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not in a kidnapping sense.
Okay.
I'm going to become your kid's toy.
Oh, I understand. You're going to
Ugh.
become,
Hey, the way I was thinking it and the way
yeah.
it came out, very different, and I don't like
Well,
how it came out.
let's just head this off at the pass. Folks, we watched Toy Story 4. Okay?
There we
That's
go.
the
Yeah.
context.
Yeah, thank God.
Um,
Okay. I'm
this
not going to
week,
end up on a list now.
I am, who am I? I am a mute, 7 foot tall, seemingly ventriloquist dummy toy,
Mm.
that is coming for you.
Oh, and let me tell you, I'm coming for that toy, if you know what I mean, because 7 foot tall mute ventriloquist, sign me up, baby.
This episode has immediately taken on a weird tone.
Yeah. See, here's what I love. A professional would start over.
Oh no, we don't do that
No,
here.
we don't. We absolutely do not. We're gonna
No.
run with the weird energy of kid stealing and get
And
ventriloquist quism horniness.
yeah, ventriloquist dummy humping energy.
Oh man, can you imagine how a ventriloquist dummy?
I literally cannot.
Do you think?
I want to yes and
Do
so
you
hard, but
do you think ventriloquists can make the ventriloquist doll come? Like, can you like?
yes. Yeah, I
Okay,
guarantee you
yeah.
they could.
Let me see
Uh
if I can do it now in a purely visual gag. Just yeah. Mm, mm, mm.
uh who's the guy, Jeff Dunham?
Yeah, that is Jeff Dunham, unfortunately.
Do you think Jeff Dunham ever makes the dolls come?
That's the only way he can come.
Now, thank you for being a Jeff Dunham groupie.
Mm-hmm. You
I
know
I know
me, I'm a
there's
big Dunham head.
yeah. Now if you'll come backstage with me, I'd love to get it on. Is it okay if my kind of racist puppet joins?
Hey, Luke, we may have talked about this before. I think it's not kind of racist.
Oh yeah, it's like it's well across the
Yeah,
border
it's
into racist.
overtly racist. Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
it's I his name is Ahmed and he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad.
It's pretty gnarly stuff. I don't know if Jeff Dunham is still relevant
I see. I was about to ask, is
anymore.
he still A, like bopping about, and B, has he been canceled yet?
I'm sure he's been canceled. Well, I don't know that he's important enough to be canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's confusing. I'm sure he's bopping around. He's probably doing like weekly matinees in Branson
I
or
could see
something.
him being one of those like Dennis Leary far right comedian types.
Yes.
Like I think it would just be him like making like Ahmed do terrible like woke jokes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure that for all I know, he's selling out stadiums in conservative parts of the country. I
And
don't
look, we're
know.
sitting here. I have Google right
You
here.
have Google,
I
but is it
could.
worth
It's
adding him
not
to your?
actually. It
It's
isn't.
not. Yeah.
Um, now, I will tell you, it would be kind of a welcome relief because my algorithm has turned into Newsweek articles about food recalls. That's all I get now. It's
Oh,
that and Helldivers too.
yeah, I send you some. I try to restrain myself, but I have been sending you some Twitter Helldivers 2 content that
Uh-huh.
I fully do not understand.
Yeah, which is it's interesting because it's always this offering of like, I don't get this, but do you?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's the same as if I saw something in a language that you spoke that I don't, like
Hmm.
German or something, and I just like offered you German tweets. and
Or
being
if
like, I have
you
no idea if this is high quality or not.
or if you went to a bakery, which you could not consume anything in,
Yeah.
and said this looked good, but I have no idea if it tastes okay.
Yeah. It's like Dwayne and his shampoo.
It is exactly like doing it in shampoo.
Yeah, this is shampoo that my hair would have loved,
Mm-hmm.
which is nothing. So
Uh so yeah, we did watch 2019's Toy Story 4
again,
again. This is
again, folks.
time number 2 for the show, time number 3 for me in real life.
Oh, buddy.
Um, Luke, how was your watch?
Well, first, I was withholding this because folks, we jump on the call, we shoot the shit,
Hmm.
then we start recording. Not this time.
Yeah,
We dove straight
we
into
we
it.
raw
So
dogged each other on this
we that's one way to put it.
one. Hmm. I
So
don't think there's
Sam,
any other meaning for that. I think it's just like
yeah,
when you
raw
jump into a
dog.
conversation without any preparation.
Yeah, that's
Age.
totally what raw dogging means.
Hmm.
Um, but buddy, how's it going? It's been a couple weeks since we did this.
I just want to say, um, we're talking about raw dogging each other, and then you said "butt buddy" without enough of a pause
Oh.
between butt and buddy. So we've got a nice theme going.
You are
Um,
really coming at this record with,
I'm
can I
I'm
say some
coming.
some horny energy today?
Let me explain.
Okay.
Everyone in the Siegel household has had a cold for the past week.
Oh, okay. I kind of have a cold today as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I'm getting over it. Um, I just have some congestion and like a little bit of that fun old-fashioned post-nasal drip. Um,
mm,
good family fun over here. So it has been a stressful week. First time the boys ever been sick, and so that was an experience that I would not recommend.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
his was not even that bad, but it was enough to make a challenging week. Um, and it's been a lot of busy stuff.
Yeah.
Interestingly, um, my job has gotten a lot busier,
Mm,
and I had a child. So it's
yeah.
like more work and less time to do it in. So that's been an experience.
Have you tried cocaine?
I've tried coffee,
Oh, yeah.
but I am working my way towards cocaine.
I think cocaine,
Yeah,
maybe.
I
Yeah, I think
think
maybe cocaine.
that's what I hear is a lot of those big CEOs are like, do cocaine. A lot of
Yeah.
a lot of people don't talk about the fact that Tony Fauci is out here being like, get your COVID shot, and also if you like need an extra like hit of energy, do some blow.
Do some blow. I do blow. I'm out here doing blow all day long.
Yeah, Tony Fauci's like, how do you think I'm doing all this at my age? A
Yeah.
lot of cocaine.
I'm running marathons. I'm, working out this COVID-19 thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, really running public health in this country. How do you think I'm doing? It's Coke.
Yeah, it's cocaine and huffing paint.
Yeah.
It takes the edge off.
Well, the paint takes the edge off. Cocaine very much adds the edge back, but in like a doable kind of way, thanks to
Yeah.
the paint.
It's like you get the energy boost from the cocaine, but the huffing paint sands off the rough edges.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
just a
yeah.
nice smooth cocaine high. Uh,
Absolutely. So I think you got to dig into the old take a page out of the Fauci playbook
mm-hmm.
and
That's what
just
they call
start
it.
ripping fat lines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have my mirror and my razor and my $100 bill. I just can't
Yeah.
find the time.
Yeah. I like how Boy Scout prepared you are for when
Mm-hmm.
you obtain Coke, though. You're ready to rock.
So I'm glad you mentioned that because I actually do have my Boy Scout cocaine merit badge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
tough one to get because you have to do, people don't realize it's like flight hours for
yeah.
becoming a pilot. You got to get like 10,000 hours on Coke before you
You
can
have to
really get
get
that
so
badge.
many hours. And now I actually didn't do any cocaine. Instead, I trafficked cocaine into the country.
See, that's a
Um,
loophole that people also don't realize.
so
Yeah.
I put in 10,000 hours of trafficking drugs into this country. This is a joke. This is a joke, FBI.
If
Uh,
anybody on the planet is less like at the bottom of the list to be investigated for drug trafficking, I think it's you and me, my dude.
yeah, me, a guy who has actually never seen drugs.
Yeah, so there's that. Plus, you work in public health
Mm-hmm.
and you have a kid
Mm-hmm.
and just like a mortgage. You're just like a normal ass good dude.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, wasn't that the plot of Weeds, though?
That is exactly the plot of Weeds. That's a good point. Maybe they should bump up regular folks higher up the list. Just show
Mm-hmm.
up, do a little door knocking.
Yeah, come to my home, be like, how much cocaine you got in here? And I'm like, literally zero. Look, if you threw this stuff at me, I wouldn't even know. I think it
Yeah.
looks like powdered sugar, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, for sure. So maybe they show up at your door and they show you some cocaine
They're
and
like, have
say,
you seen this in your home?
"Yeah, does this look like anything you got laying around the house?"
And I'll be like, I mean, yeah, I've got powdered sugar here.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever snort it? Yeah. Anyway, this is
Yeah. How are you doing?
well, aside from the aforementioned cold, which I
Mm-hmm.
just woke up with this morning, I'm at like 85, 90%
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah.
But I do think that extra like 15, 10% is going to bring some fun energy to this
Oh yeah.
record.
Oh yeah.
Possibly some bad audio as I like sniffle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, dude, just cruising. I have some big news to share.
Oh.
Uh, I think I'll do it the next time we record, so stay tuned, folks. Been working on a little something something.
Look, do I know what this is?
I think I've mentioned it. But we can discuss more after we stop the old record. But
Okay.
stay tuned, folks. I'm hyping it up big time.
It
Yeah,
is,
otherwise,
I think
mhm.
I've probably put you through this before, but it is a wild experience to learn about big news on this show and not be sure. Like, it could be anything from like I invited Kevin Sorbo to guest, uh,
Yeah. Yeah,
to
we got
like,
Kevin, we got Sorbo, my
mm-hmm,
friends. Now that we're a Republican podcast,
mm-hmm,
yeah, we got him to that's what did it for him.
yeah. Or it could be that you secured a sponsorship from Chester Cheeto himself.
Oh, now that would be that I wouldn't hold that under my hat.
No?
No, that'd be
But what if
huge.
what if there was like an embargo on it? Like you couldn't mention it.
Oh, that
You
could
can't
be.
lose the Chester Cheeto endorsement,
Yeah.
by breaking the embargo.
Yeah, so come back in 2 weeks, folks, when we reveal that we've rebranded the podcast as Chester Cheeto presents Hanksy Panksy,
Honor
uh,
among cheese.
Honor Among Cheese, in which we are required to eat kind of a lot of Cheetos
A
each time
lot
we
of
record.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like kind of a gross amount.
Yeah, a distressing amount of Cheetos. Um, yeah, dude, otherwise nothing to report. Just cruising along, doing the old job hunt. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's that's how it goes. Going to sunny scenic Boston in a week.
Oh yeah.
Which everyone knows that New England is famous for its like 73 degrees, palm trees,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
nice weather. So I'm pretty excited to go drink a virgin pina colada on the beach,
Uh-huh.
which
Those
actually
beautiful Boston beaches.
those beautiful Boston beaches. Which now as I'm saying it, I know that's a joke. It would be very funny if I took a pina colada down to like the port and
Mm-hmm.
just sat amongst the stevedores being like, beautiful weather, isn't it, boys?
Oh God, in a Hawaiian shirt and some like chubbies, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
shorts.
exactly. With
Uh
the boombox just blaring Jimmy Buffett as loud as
yeah.
possible.
Um yeah, I mean there's a reason they call it Beach Town.
Yeah, it's known for its just luxurious beaches and
Mhm.
resorts.
They call it the Northeastern Riviera.
They really do. So I'm excited to get a little island time when I travel to New England next week.
Hmm.
Otherwise, yeah, nothing going on, my friend. So I guess we can dig into the film. How was your
Hmm.
watch?
Luke, yesterday I went to Stuttgart for work.
Oh no.
You're wrong. I
Oh,
had a blast.
in Stuttgart, the duck hunting capital of Arkansas.
Fuck you is the duck and rice capital of not Arkansas, the world.
Of the world. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm
How
underselling Stuttgart.
fucking dare you?
Yeah,
The fine
so
people at the farmer-owned cooperative Riceland would have words with you.
oh, they would. They'd have words with me. Well, we're a Republican podcast now, so everything's fine.
Yeah, we support I think Democrats support farmers too. I don't think anyone out here is like fuck farmers.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I just feel like I drive a Prius, my dude. I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I'd fit in amongst the Stuttgardian farmers.
I don't know. I
I've
let me
hmm
tell you, I looked it up. Median income in Stuttgart, median household income is $1,000 higher than it is here in Little Rock.
damn. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
they
just
got that
saying
rice money.
I've never worked a field in a day in my life, so I don't know that I'd have a lot to offer.
I mean,
Uh,
look, man, they've got the Dale Bumpers National Rice Research Center,
holy shit.
as well as the National Aquaculture Research Center down there in
Jesus.
Stuttgart. Let me, I gotta tell you, first of all, wonderful drive.
Yeah.
Nice, easy drive, about an hour.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just a two-lane highway, straight as can be the whole time.
Yeah.
Because my car has like lane keep assist that's pretty aggressive. There were times where like I could just take my fucking hands off the wheel and just kind
And just
of,
beat off.
yeah, I did beat off a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
An
and
hour. I mean, you can get in a couple sessions.
100.
Oh, you're like that guy from that radio play movie we watched,
Mm-hmm.
who jerked off like what, 3 times in the space of 10 minutes?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. That was the Keanu one, right?
It sounds like a fucking Keanu one.
Yeah, I think it was a Keanu movie. Anyway, who can
But yeah,
remember? Dude, folks, we're 78 episodes into the season. So,
God, God.
yeah.
Um, but no, beautiful drive, just
Nice.
farms, you know.
Yeah.
Which does mean, Luke, I saw a lot of farm equipment.
Oh, now this. So let me walk back the fact that I've never worked a field in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because you and I have worked many fields
Many
in
fields
Farm Simulator
and farm simulator,
because
folks.
we are a million years old.
Yeah, we're people of the land, obviously.
Yeah, salt of
And
the earth.
um, my guy, I passed a Case IH dealer,
Oh, Case IH runs in my family, my guy.
and
I got people who are neck deep in Case IH.
those machines are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good
Um,
looking farm equipment
oh yeah, and then like
distributor.
the morning drive down there, not a whole lot of action. The way back that afternoon, a lot of farm equipment on the road. Saw one
Oh,
of those big sprayer machines. That was
nice.
fucking cool. And the best part, crop duster.
Oh, crop duster. See, there's a job I should be angling for.
That's a job we should all be angling for because, as near as I could tell, from roughly 10 in the morning until like 4:30 p.m., that guy was just out there dusting crops,
Yeah,
flying around, flying real low, and then swinging up high and
yeah,
taking a turn and then diving back down. Like he's dive bombing a Japanese carrier in World War II.
yeah.
Um, and then I saw where the crop duster lands.
Oh,
I didn't get to see the
sick.
landing, but I got to see like the little like fuel depot, and then I could make out the whole like it was an exciting time.
Yeah, I'd believe it. Yeah,
Uh,
crop dusting's got to be pretty good because I like the planes too because they're basically go-karts with wings.
yeah, oh yeah,
Uh, so you're essentially a stunt pilot.
Spraying probably toxic chemicals
Yeah,
wherever you
spraying
please.
suspect chemicals wherever the people pay you to fucking spray them.
Yeah, all day long. And anyone crosses you, they're getting Agent Orange.
Yeah, you just drive by their house, fly by their house,
Mm-hmm.
take care of that. You got if you got blood feud with the
Oh,
Lawsons in the county over,
crop dusting's great if you got a blood feud.
if you got a blood feud, you are solved if cousin Jethro is a crop duster.
Mm-hmm.
That's a feud that you can solve without a season's worth of Justified episodes. You're done with that
Oh
one
yeah,
really quickly. Yeah.
great stuff.
You
Uh,
napalm a couple trailers, they get the message.
fucking reenacting Vietnam in southeastern Arkansas. Um,
This
so
episode brought to you by the Stuttgart Tourism Board.
uh-huh, yep,
Yeah.
that's them. Also there's a Grand Prairie Museum, the Arkansas Grand Prairie Museum in Stuttgart, that had some cool shit outside of it.
Nice.
And if you're looking for an event space down there, the Grand Prairie Center is gorgeous.
Nice.
Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And free,
Holy shit.
shockingly. Yeah. So got home from Stuttgart. I got changed out of my work clothes. And then I hung out with the boy while I barely watched half of this movie.
Yeah.
Got the boy to sleep. And then I finished the movie while watching it very slightly more. But
Yeah.
Luke, it is time
Oh.
for someone's at my fucking door.
Oh, fuck
I don't,
them.
yeah, they're probably offering to mow my fucking lawn. And listen, guy, I keep up with it pretty good now. I just had a fucking cold, so eat my ass.
Also,
Anyway,
I keep meaning to text you this, but I'll just do it on air where other
yeah.
people can hear it. Your lawn, oh, chef's kiss.
Thank you. Thank you very
It
much.
looks so good.
I've been working on it, man.
I
Uh,
noticed.
we did get a company to help, get it healthy.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the mowing,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
keeping up with the mowing pretty good this year.
Yeah. I
Usually,
noticed.
I end up going like 2 weeks. I'm trying for every 5 to 7 days, and I'm happy with the results.
Yeah. It's paying dividends. Your yard's nice and fluffy
Mm-hmm.
and looking real good, my guy. Yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't know what's happening down there. Um, oh, it's about a security system. God damn it. Um, anyway,
Yeah.
uh, but it's time for the final game.
Oh.
Everyone's favorite game within a podcast. Love, lean, or love, baby.
Oh, love.
And this, of course, is during my parental leave, I started 51 movies, and I either watched them alone, dipped out of them, or I watched them with the love of my life, my wife.
Yeah, now are we
Um,
doing the modified version or the full whammy
yeah,
this time?
again, we ran out of lone watches a while back, so
Yeah.
this will be two movies we watched together, and one movie I dipped out of.
Yeah, okay. Excellent.
So, Luke, I have the to-do list,
Okay.
Love and Monsters,
Okay.
and The Raid.
All right, I don't know any of these except for the to-do list.
Yeah, I was hoping for that. That
Okay.
was that was the wrench that I'm throwing into these gears.
Yeah. Are you gonna offer any explanations?
Yeah, so you know the to-do list.
Yeah.
Love and Monsters stars Dylan O'Brien in a post-apocalypse in which bugs became giant and killed most people.
Jesus.
Um, and he lives in a bunker with a bunch of people who all are coupled up, and he is alone.
Oh.
And he has a relationship kind of with someone in a different bunker than he just has over the radio. Like they've got some real podcast chemistry.
Yeah.
Um, and so he decides that he will venture out and and make it to their bunker for love.
Yeah.
And so he treks across these beautiful United States, which again are infested with gigantic human killing bugs.
Yeah.
Uh, and I won't spoil the end, but it's a good flick.
Does he fall in love with a bug?
No,
Oh,
no,
that'd be pretty sick.
no, there is no buggery, unfortunately.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
and then the raid is I do hold on, I need to double check the country of origin on this one. The raid. Sorry, the raid colon redemption. Um,
Oh,
it is an Indonesian flick.
interesting.
Um, in which a tactical squad of basically a SWAT team storms an apartment building that is full of gun-wielding gangsters. And
Nice.
it's got like kind of John Wick style action, just a fast-paced, high-octane shoot 'em up.
Yeah. Do you want to go through the to-do list just for the folks at home really
Yeah, the
quickly
to-do
too?
list is a movie set in, I believe, the mid 90s, starring Aubrey Plaza. Um, not as her character in the new Francis Ford Coppola movie, Wow Platinum. I'm not joking. That is her character's name, Wow Platinum.
Okay. What
Um,
the fuck?
yeah. Instead, she is a senior in high school who is like goody two shoes, honor roll student, valedictorian, um, who has never had any sexual experiences whatsoever. And she decides that she needs to have a number of requisite sexual experiences before she goes off to college. And so
Yeah.
she creates a list and she tries to accomplish everything on the list. And it's
Yeah.
about that.
All right.
I believe it's set in Utah.
Sounds right. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
I've heard good things actually about that
Mm-hmm.
one. Okay. You said the ending of the Bug movie. So I think that means you watched it all the way through. So I think that's a
May have
freebie.
played my hand on that one, huh?
Yeah, so I think that's a freebie. So I just got to pick between the other two here. The Raid is interesting because that
Mm-hmm.
sounds like it'd be way up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
The to-do list, though, I could see rubbing you the wrong way for some reason.
Mm. As I am notoriously sex negative.
Yeah, notoriously sex negative. Hey, we're a conservative
We are a
podcast.
conservative podcast. I do hate sex.
Yeah, sex
Um,
is for reproduction only, folks.
hmm And even then, no one should enjoy it.
No one should be having
That's
fun.
the only reason my wife doesn't enjoy sex with me. I have no way to bail out of this. There's not a good way for me to be like, no, really, she does.
Yeah.
Other than like calling her up here and being like, hey, do you like having sex with me? And please get me out of this, Luke.
Yeah,
Please,
okay,
please.
moving on. I think you watched all of the to-do list. So I think that means weirdly it's the raid that you bounced out of.
Is this your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Luke, you have gone out with a bang. You're 3 for 3, my guy.
Fuck yes.
I for bonus points, do you want to know how long I made it through the raid?
I'm gonna say 30 minutes.
Bang on.
Amazing. I am
What
killing it with
what
our
a
final
way to
one.
go out.
Yeah, after failing miserably at this game most of the season.
So, Luke, would you like to watch or would you like to know the rest of what we watched?
Yes, I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay. Bottoms.
Oh,
Great flick. Highly
okay.
recommend. Hobbit 2: The Desolation of Smaug.
Smaug.
Hobbit 3: Battle of the Five Armies Extended Edition.
Oh, oh,
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring Extended. Lord of
I'm
the
sensing a
Rings,
trend here.
The Two Towers Extended Edition.
Nice.
The Devil Wears Prada. My first time watching it.
It's pretty good, actually.
I had some issues with it in that
Okay,
it glorifies Meryl Streep's wildly abusive boss.
true.
And ends up being like, she was fine actually. And it's like, no,
Yeah, she's not OSHA compliant, that's for
no.
sure.
X-Men First Class,
Nice.
X-Men Days of Future Past,
Uh-huh.
X-Men The Wedding Year, X2, X-Men The Last Stand, Red Eye, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Perfect Host.
Now hang on. I want to ask about Ferris Bueller.
Uh-huh.
How's that flick hold up in 2023
Wonderfully.
slash four? Okay,
It
nice.
like it holds up perfectly. It is still a phenomenal movie. Like really
Amazing.
fun. The jokes still land really well. I was worried that maybe it wouldn't,
Yeah, I was
but
kind of, we were talking about that the other day. I was kind of concerned about that.
but I think the John Hughes movies, because they can tend to be like safe, I guess. Like
Yeah.
they don't it's the humor in there is never edgy,
It's
right?
no bachelor party starring Tom
Right.
Hanks.
And so there's not a lot of like gross like racial humor or
Yeah.
anything. And so it ages really well. And like
Nice.
like you can knock John Hughes and you probably should. Well, I say that. He did do some racial stuff in 16 Candles, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his
Yeah.
like non-teen, the Ferris Bueller is a teen, whatever. Because like I think of like Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, which I think has also aged pretty well.
Yeah.
Um, but no, Ferris Bueller has aged really nicely, and it was Kenna's first
Fan.
time watching it.
Oh, a special treat.
Yeah, she loved it. Um, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and James and the Giant Peach.
Amazing.
Yeah,
James and the Giant Peach scared the shit out of me as a kid.
I mean, you're not wrong for being scared by that movie. It's pretty buck wild.
Yeah, I had a bad time with that one. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was another one that scared the absolute piss out of
I
me.
don't know that I've ever seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
It came with two VHSs back in the day.
That sounds right. Yeah.
It's a long ass movie, my
Well,
friend.
Luke, you need one VHS for the Chitty Chitty and the other VHS for the Bang Bang. You
True.
can't fit Chitty Chitty and Bang Bang on one VHS.
No, you can't. That's way too
How
much.
fucking
Yeah.
long is that movie?
I want to say it's like 4.5 hours.
How? How is Chitty Chitty Bang
I
Bang?
don't know. Look it up because I just remember being a kid, and by the time we got to the second VHS, which dates me horribly, Zoomers, we used to watch
But
movies on
it's
these
two
huge
hours.
cassette tapes. It's only 2 hours?
Yeah, it's half an hour per word in the
Then,
title.
yeah, yeah, I'm following. Then why did it come with two VHS tapes?
Oh, look that up. Two VHS.
Unless I'm cracked. I might be
You might
cracked.
be. My guy, I'm looking at this. I think it's just the one VHS.
Maybe I got the extended cut from Blockbuster back in the day.
I don't think they fucking did extended cuts back then.
All right, fuck my memories.
Yeah, this is one thick VHS.
Yeah, one thick juicy
Um,
brick of movie content.
did they perhaps like sell it with another? Was it in like a collection?
I have no idea, man.
I don't know. Someone online was selling it with the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think that was it. Yeah. So who knows, man? That's all in the past.
Yeah.
Blockbuster, come back, y'all. You'd make a killing.
Mm-hmm. You probably would.
Yeah.
Luke, how was your watch?
Mouse Hose, fine.
Yeah.
I barely watched this movie. Can I be honest with you? Did it in the
Uh,
middle of the afternoon, which was a
yeah.
mistake. Um, Barely watched Toy Story 4.
I mean, I told you. Here's what I did.
Yeah.
I watched the Keanu Reeves parts really
Yes.
closely.
Anytime
Everything
Duke
else,
Kaboom was on the screen, I was clued in, which
yeah,
is about 5 minutes worth of screen time.
it is fun, but it's
Yeah.
5 load-bearing minutes.
He is load bearing in this flick. It's
Yeah.
weird because the last time we did Mazes and Monsters and we did back into the Tom Hanks universe,
Mm-hmm.
fucking psyched
Yeah.
to do that. But weirdly, Toy Story 4 checked out.
I have some theories on that.
Okay.
So do you want to do the plot? We've already explained the plot,
We already did the plot. And folks, we already did Toy Story 4 in the Hanks era. Go
and we
back and
paid
listen to that
attention to
one.
it back then.
Yeah, so go back there for the plot.
Yeah.
Shenanigans, toy shenanigans on a
Yeah.
road trip.
Woody's trying to get his dick wet with Bo Peep.
He really is
Yeah.
the kind of creepy thing.
He's trying to get his wood wet.
Yeah, he's really angling for more than just a snake in his boot.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, he's trying to get his snake in a lot of boots.
in a lot of boots.
In Bo Peep's boot, if you know what I mean, in the
Yeah.
British sense, her butt. Luke, what'd you think?
This movie is, I can't remember if I already said this word. So it's the end of the season. Fuck, I'm just gonna burn it. This movie's tedious.
Yeah.
It's really tedious. It's like, okay, I was trying to figure out a way to succinctly put this in a single word, but it's like Disney slash Pixar wound up the Toy Story machine again, and then it
Hmm.
just like chittered across the table. And
Yes.
then making millions and millions and millions of dollars every time it moves a little bit. And
Yeah.
that was the goal. They achieved it. End of story.
Hmm.
Yeah. What's your word for this one?
This movie is. I'm stuck between a couple.
Man, it's the end of the season.
Yeah, fuck
Give
it.
me all of them.
Bland
Mm-hmm.
or overly focus grouped.
Yes. Yeah. I
It
like
it
both.
it feels like this movie went through so many like focus group filters that anything interesting or like vaguely edgy
Yeah.
got just sieved out. And
Yeah.
you just have this like uh a consomme.
Yeah. You've got
It's a
chicken
nice,
stock. Yeah.
clear consomme.
Mm-hmm.
But man, there's no vegetables, no
Yeah.
meat, no
Mm-hmm.
noodles, not a matzo ball in sight.
It's so bland.
It's just a clear broth.
It's such a good way to put it because, like you said, it's like, and we thought this the last time, but I really feel it this time. Jesus Christ, if everything has just been sort of, there's nothing said in this movie.
No.
Because in Toy
Well,
Story 3, we dug deep into the thing of like growing up and like
yes.
leaving your childhood behind. It was kind of a tearjerker at times.
Mm-hmm.
Less so when you've seen it before. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, holy shit, that was
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
Second time, I was like, I kind of don't want to be here,
Mm-hmm.
but Tom Hanks is here, so we're doing it. Um, yeah, this one though, I literally just feel like they were like, I bet you $10 we can make $1 billion off of this.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, yeah, fire it up. Let's find out. Get Tom Hanks back in here. Get Tim Allen. Everyone's favorite guy, Tim
Mm-hmm.
Allen.
Interestingly enough, everyone's favorite cocaine trafficker, Tim Allen. Uh, I learned from him in that I did not take a bag of cocaine into an international airport
Yeah, and expect that to just go. I think it was
swimmingly.
Kalamazoo.
It was somewhere in the Midwest, I think.
Yeah, somewhere in Michigan, because he's pure Michigan, baby.
Yeah,
Except for
including
I
the
think he's
cocaine.
also Denver's own, so I guess we get to claim Tim Allen as
Hmm.
Denver's own.
Cocaine Tim, as I call him.
Cocaine Tim is back as Buzz, everyone.
And
Uh,
he is buzzed for this one.
Buzz and Lightyear.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't have an amazing time with this one this time, but let's talk about the reason we are all here.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's talk about Canada's number one action figure, Duke Kaboom.
yeah. Can I say real quick? I did write really early on in the movie. I think I hate this movie.
Yeah.
So
No, Toy Story 4, hey, we categorically determined it is the worst Toy Story.
yeah, I believe our ranking was 1, 3, 2, getting hit by a truck, 4.
Yeah, I would rather do a lot of things than
Mm-hmm.
rewatch this movie, but for you the listeners, we did dip back into Toy Story 4.
Yes.
So,
So let's talk about Keanu in this. And I
yeah.
have possibly a hot take.
Oh, well, serve it up spicy for me.
Keanu Reeves is giving in this movie the best performance of anyone in this movie.
Yeah.
He is
I
the
think, yeah.
only person here who is actually trying.
Yeah, I think that's clear in the line reads and the deliveries because everyone else, and I'm sorry, Tom, you're a professional. I know you showed up and did your job. Everyone here is cashing a paycheck except Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
This guy's in his first Toy Story. He's giving it.
I mean, it's his first voice acting role, if outside of like a Matrix movie,
Yeah.
which, as we know, the Matrix is not demanding a lot of Neo
Yeah.
emotionally.
No.
So it's his first time to like have feelings and portray those via only his voice. And my God, he is nailing it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he does a really fantastic job and he's
does a
really
phenomenal
fun.
job.
Duke Kaboom's a
Yes.
fun character.
Like you really like get wrapped up in his story about Rijon, the
Yeah.
kid who abandoned him, and like he's got a whole arc. Whereas it feels like Tom Hanks recorded this on a cross country flight.
It literally, yeah, it's like he booted up the laptop, pulled out the microphone, apologized to his seatmate in first class, and was like, I gotta bang out this Pixar movie. Is that okay? And
No,
Henry
Bo Peep,
Winkler,
don't go.
yeah, whoever his seatmate was, I just assume it's Henry Winkler because
It usually
uh
is.
it usually is. And he was like, oh, I totally get it. Yeah, I'm cutting a Geico commercial, or sorry, direct TV commercial.
Mhm. It's
Uh
interesting. If you're sitting in first class on a cross country flight, if you turn your head to the left, turn your head to the right, look behind you, there's an 85% chance one of those seats has Henry Winkler in it.
it's true. One of them's gonna have the fonts.
Yeah,
Uh Yeah, it's weird that way.
our sky man, Henry Winkler.
He's just what's his career these days? How's it looking? Well, he does direct TV commercials and he
And,
flies everywhere
and he
getting
lives
those
in the sky.
he's getting airline points. That's what
Oh
he's
my
doing.
God. They had to create a new status for
Mm-hmm.
him because he blew past medallion and platinum.
Yeah. Yeah, he boards with the pilots these days.
Before the pilot
Before
sometimes.
the pilots, he does the pre-flight check. He's walking around the tarmac.
Yeah, he like they're like, man, you've spent so much time on this plane. Can you tell us if it works?
Yeah, it just does the pre. I would. Holy shit! When we fly to Boston, excuse me, because we live in Little Rock. When we fly to Chicago and then fly from Chicago to Boston,
Hmm.
um, either flight, I'm just gonna be looking out the window, and I would shit myself silly if I saw Henry Winkler, national treasure, Henry Winkler,
Hmm.
just walking around, looking
Doing
at the
his pre-flight check.
wings,
Yeah.
doing his pre-flight check. You know the pilots love it because they're like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
he does such a thorough job."
He's better than we are. Because he's
Yeah,
not drunk.
yeah. He's not drunk or hungover
Hmm.
or playing Candy Crush on his phone while he should
Right.
be checking out these Boeing 737s. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, you can rest assured if you're on a Boeing 737 that's been checked out by Henry Winkler, that door's not popping off mid-flight.
no, yeah,
You're not getting sucked out of that plane shortly after takeoff. Henry Winkler gave it his stamp of approval.
yeah. He gave it the old Fonz. He gives it the two.
Yeah. Hey, Henry, is this plane ready to go? Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Henry, what grade would you give this plane for its airworthiness? Hey.
Hey.
How airworthy is this plane, Henry? Not. Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no. Thank God you boarded before us,
Yeah,
and no
we
one's
thought it
on
was
here.
fine.
Yeah. Can I tell a really quick flying story really quick?
But we wasted like 30 minutes talking about nothing and then some movies. Yes.
Yeah. I just wanted to point out that flying to regional airports is weird because I had a flight from I was in Napa for
Mm-hmm.
work and I was flying back home to Arkansas. I show up in Denver and my flight was delayed. No joking, because they gave our plane away
Mm-hmm.
to a transfer flight that would have been delayed to Atlanta. which it's the trolley problem, but with the plane. It's like, well, if we divert this Airbus to get these very pissed off people to Atlanta, then we'll piss off like 50 people going to Arkansas, but fuck them.
Yeah, fuck, who gives a shit? There
Yeah,
aren't any organs on that flight.
no. Anyway, that just blew my mind. And the pilot, I got to sit, I was sitting, like there was this like weird seated booth, double booth thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my back to the pilot and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
hearing him talk to the flight attendant that's sitting next to him. They are both pissed. But the pilot, oh, it's just like these goddamn motherfuckers. That was my plane that gave away my fucking plane. It was, oh, it was a choice cut.
I
Made
mean,
the
I would take that over him being like, man, I really got the yips after that last flight.
yeah, you'd rather
Uh,
have a pilot who's eager to fly and ready to do it than someone who's like, that last landing was pretty sketch.
I'm pretty scared. I'm scared to get on another plane.
Or like, I just got the divorce papers from my wife.
What's the
Um,
point anymore?
what's the point anymore? You always want to make sure your pilots are in a-okay shape
Yeah,
before you take off. Because remember, we've talked about this before, when you enter a plane or a boat, you're no longer a person, you're a soul.
your soul.
There are 50 souls on board.
And this
Uh,
guy who's got the yips, he's in charge of all of them.
and his co-pilot's drunk out of his mind, so
Mm-hmm.
you better hope that he can figure it out.
Oh yeah. Luke, we have gotten pretty far afield.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Keanu Reeves and
Yeah.
how he did a phenomenal job in this movie. And Tom Hanks phoned it in hard.
Literally on a plane sitting next to Henry Winkler.
Yes. Um, Here's the other thing. I Kenna thinks that it's also his best performance ever.
Huh.
I have learned that Kenna, over the course of the season, has come to pretty much dislike Keanu Reeves
Yeah.
and his choice of movie, and thinks he's not a good actor. I disagree. I do think he's a good actor. I think
Yeah.
he doesn't know how to make a choice to save his own fucking life.
No, I don't think so at all. I think okay, well, let's give a sneak preview of our in-season ranking, which will go up on patreon.com/hanksypanksy.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's if we're calling this his best performance, I think the only other contender is Always Be My Maybe.
Yeah, I'm noticing a trend.
Yeah.
Is that when he's not in a movie for very long, he does his best work.
Yeah, he does.
Does that mean that he would be great in short films?
I think he'd be a great character actor.
Yeah, he would.
I think he's been shoehorned into this role as a leading man, which he does do a good job of being a
Mm-hmm.
leading man. Speed's great, Point Break,
Speed is so good.
the Matrix movies he pulls off really well. John Wick, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can carry a film. But can you imagine if he just showed up like Stephen Root, just like popped up
Oh,
and shit?
and just tore his heart out, on
Yeah.
screen, and then went home.
And then went home.
Put in a day, maybe two.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I think he'd have a good time. Um, yeah. I have a theory about Keanu at this point,
Uh-huh.
which is that I think Keanu doesn't read scripts. I think
Oh,
he is
yeah.
completely going off of what people tell him the movie's about and what the movie involves. I don't think he touches the script at all until it is day of shooting.
Now, are you alleging that Keanu Reeves cannot read?
So I'm being very delicate here because I think Keanu Reeves has dyslexia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So not saying that he can't read,
He
but
just chooses not to read the script.
yeah, I think he chooses not to read them. And she goes, I think I still think his agent is like his 13-year-old cousin.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, dude, you're like a fucking alien in this movie. This thing rips.
Yeah,
Um,
it's that or like a dog that learned to talk.
yeah, he's got the Wonder Dog Gashbode from the Discworld books leading him around.
Luke, that's a joke for you. You did and look, I'm not gonna shame you for it. I do plenty of jokes that are only for me.
Yeah.
But Christ, Christ.
Yeah. If you are a fan of Gashbode the Wonder Dog, Gaspo the Wonder Dog, please send us an email, hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. Let me know that that joke landed with literally anybody else. That would be sick.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so anyway, it's hard to talk about because Duke Kaboom was really solid.
Yeah, Duke. Now, I will say,
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure Duke Kaboom and Bo Peep fucked.
Because here's the only question I had about this movie at
Hmm.
large. Is Duke Kaboom a toy that fucks?
Well, he's voiced by Keanu Reeves,
Yeah,
and as we pointed out, Keanu is the anti-Hanks in that
yeah.
he is overtly sexual most of the time.
Yes, he is.
This guy
Well,
fucks.
I don't think personally, I don't think Keanu gives off the this guy fucks energy,
No,
but I think people keep putting him in that position, and he does indeed fuck.
he fucks
So
so much. I don't think I honestly I think the only time he has not fucked was when he was Klaatu. And I will say, he may have fucked. We just didn't understand how he did it.
yeah, and if that movie had gone on long enough, he would have fucked in the traditional sense, of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he totally fucked. Dude,
Yeah.
Kaboom fucks.
Duke Kaboom's got a stash,
Yeah. I mean,
like a
Duke
Fu
Kaboom
Manchu.
says Duke Kaboom when he nuts.
Yeah. Duke Kaboom is he gives off the vibe of not only a guy that fucks, but someone that has a routine for
Mhm.
when they fuck. So he's probably
Yes.
got like a space and a lava lamp and a dimmer.
And he
And
has a move set.
yes. Yeah.
He does some stuff.
Yeah, it is choreographed.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have a good time with Duke Kaboom.
Yeah, which is why he's going to hell because he's enjoying sex and he shouldn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's those damn Canadian progressive sensibilities.
you hate to see it.
You really
The
do.
wokeification of Canada is a
Yeah.
real problem. Um, and it just kills me to see people enjoying sex because no one in this house does. I'll tell you that.
Thanks, little Ben Shapiro. Who we don't talk about this stuff, did say on Twitter that his wife never gets wet,
Did say his wife does not get wet.
which is about as big as cell phone and a really sad fact.
It's fucking grim.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess Ayn Rand never told him how to find the clitoris.
okay, I want to say like one more thing about
Yeah.
this movie,
Yeah.
and then we have some work to do.
Okay.
There are too many fucking post-credit scenes.
Yeah. I don't
They're
know if I
like
made it that
five.
far this time.
They're legitimately like five,
Okay. I
and they
saw
add
credits and dipped, so
nothing.
yeah.
But Luke, it's time.
Okay.
We gotta go to the Toyverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not as excited as I usually am, but I
Oh,
feel like
but
I'll get there.
I am.
Okay,
I am,
great.
because I've got some big fucking questions for you.
Well, hit me.
Okay, we're gonna start big, okay?
Okay.
How much does a toy's soul weigh?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what makes you think it weighs anything, my man?
Okay. I think toys do have souls. I think we
Yeah.
have established that before because
Oh,
they can go to hell.
we've really dug into that one. And categorically, yes, toys have souls.
Yeah. Now, also, let me say, while I was watching the movie, Kenna was like, "Hey, are you gonna go back and listen to your other Toy Story episodes and to the Toyverse so that you can make sure you're not saying the same thing twice?" And I said, "Ha ha ha ha, no."
Yeah, definitely not.
So tough.
Hmm.
Um, so we know that the human soul does weigh something, right? Because there's all that research that's like after you die, you weigh like 27 grams less or something like that.
Sure. Okay.
And so, so here's the thing. I think we see Forky gain the weight of a soul in the
Oh,
backpack. Um, because, as you know, so I can't remember if we established how toys come to life, but Forky is created and
yeah.
imbued with life, and he's in the backpack with Woody, and he sits there blank for a moment, and then
Hmm.
a soul entered Forky.
Yeah. Forky, I remember from the last time we dipped into the Toyverse related to Toy Story 4,
Hmm.
Forky really threw us for a loop and required quite a lot of theological reconfiguration.
Forky is a theological problem.
He is. Yeah. He's quite the conundrum,
Oh,
but
he
okay.
is.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm willing to concede that maybe, okay, so if a person's, let's say it's 25 grams,
mhm.
that's what a person's soul weighs. I'm thinking it's like 1 G
I think you're,
for.
or
Mm-hmm.
just because I like the measurement, I like 25 micrograms.
25 micrograms. Yeah.
What if it's the same amount? Because they have human qualities, the
Yeah.
toys do.
Absolutely. They fuck. We've
They
talked about
fuck,
that.
they
Yeah.
go to hell, they
Yeah.
have fears, they can die. It works differently, but they can die.
It's true.
But it's just a different, it's an order of magnitude lower.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
25
that's
micrograms.
that's really succinct. Yeah, I think that's quite an elegant solution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's my second question.
Yeah.
Why did it take a while for Forky to come to life? Why
This
did the
is
soul not enter Forky immediately? Why did
yeah.
Forky take place? It was like Forky needed an OS update or something.
Yeah, okay. I have a theory, but
Okay,
I just want to point out that once again we're talking about fucking Forky.
we are talking about Forky, which I will tell you later on. I wrote, um, I just don't give a fuck about Forky,
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Forky
the
other than
character.
the
The theological issue of Forky? Oh, I care
yes.
very much
I
about.
care a lot. Also, in case you're joining us this season, um, we dig deep into the rules of the Toy
Yeah.
Story universe, the Toyverse,
Hmm.
if you will. And we've done some research, so maybe go listen to those Hanks
Yeah,
episodes.
we've done some research. We really flesh it out. I emailed Pixar asking if they had like a toy Bible. They never responded. I don't know why they wouldn't respond to an email from hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. You can send us an email. If you work at Pixar and you have access to that toy Bible, send me it.
Yeah, leak
Okay?
it to us,
Yeah,
please.
I won't post it on the
Specifically,
internet. I will talk about it on the podcast.
yeah, we will verbally, like oral history,
Mm-hmm.
we will memorize and recite it, but
Yeah.
we
I'll
won't
protect
post it
you as a
anywhere.
source,
Yeah.
though not
Oh,
if it means I'll go to jail. I won't do that. I'm sorry.
yeah, the Pixar, you'll go to Disney jail,
Yeah.
which
And
is not great.
yeah, that actually would be a problem because I'm pretty sure Disney is very litigious.
Yeah.
And I have a kid and a not particularly high paying job. So I don't want fucking Bob Iger to take me for all that I'm worth because I learned the secrets of the Toyverse.
I feel like if that were your scenario, we could throw up a GoFundMe
We
and
probably could.
probably get some decent cash coming in for your legal
Help me
bills.
fight Bob Iger.
Help me fight maybe literally Bob Iger
Yeah.
over the Toyverse.
A lot of people don't know that if you're being sued, um, you can, I shouldn't say this, but if you kill the person suing you legally, it goes away.
Yeah, nothing happens. I thought you were
Nothing
going to say
happens.
that
You're clear.
Disney's part of their very litigious process is that there is a clause left in from Disney himself that says like if you're getting sued by them, you can continue to fight that in court, or you can face them in 1v1 combat.
Yes.
And they pick a champion to
Mm-hmm.
represent all of Disney. It's probably going to be The Rock.
It's
Just know
probably gonna
that.
be The Rock, yeah.
So you're going to have to fight The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but maybe you can get him to like do, I don't know, Randy Newman or something.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
will say I was doing a Randy Newman impression during the movie for my son, and he loved it,
Nice.
laughing up a
Hey,
storm.
you got to know
But
your audience.
Luke, we are getting off track.
Yeah.
Why did it take a while for Forky to come to life?
Okay, here's my theory because I have had quite a bit more exposure to kids.
Mm-hmm.
You've definitely had more exposure to kids
Mm-hmm.
recently, than I would have expected. It's just that's where we are in life. People have kids right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kids make shit
Yes.
like all the time. Kids be
Mm-hmm.
making stuff. And if every time they made a toy and played with it,
Mm-hmm.
it gains sentience, that would be a nightmare.
It would. It would.
Yeah, that'd
Because
be
I
horrible.
believe we previously discussed that a child's love keeps a toy alive.
Yes, that's what feeds and nourishes them.
And so in theory, um, yeah, so in theory, Bonnie would have to fall in love with Forky
Yes.
in order for him to be imbued with life.
So I think what we're seeing when Forky gasps into existence,
When a soul enters his body at the weight of 25 micrograms.
25 micrograms, I think what we're seeing is the moment that Bonnie decides she starts thinking of Forky as a toy that she loves.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that was the exact moment that in her head it went from I made this fun craft project to I have made a friend.
Yeah, because the alternative, if anytime, um, anytime a child makes something, it is imbued with life. That means playing with Play-Doh is a fucking massacre.
Yeah.
It's
it's
horrible. That's
it's no
that's
good.
fucking Utah Beach, my guy.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Which is why I think there's a triggering moment when the
Mm-hmm.
child begins to think of the toy in the way that we would expect, them to think of a toy,
Mm-hmm.
and to love that toy. So, yeah. But it is confusing because once imbued with consciousness, a la Duke Kaboom, if Regin rejects Duke Kaboom, it's too
Mm-hmm.
late. Duke Kaboom has a soul now.
He has a soul now. He's 25 micrograms heavier.
Yeah.
Um, Now you might think, oh, Rijon stopped loving him. Shouldn't he be dead? No,
Yeah.
because he went to the antique store where he was imbued by the love of both the owner and I believe the owner's granddaughter.
Yeah,
I
and
think
also
that's how we got around that.
he was full enough to continue to live. Like, this is the process of being played with feeds them,
Yes.
keeps them going for a little bit. It's not like if you ate a burrito and then 4 hours later didn't eat, you would die.
Hmm.
It's not how it works.
Yeah,
You've
they'll
been
be
fed
sustained for a while.
for a while, long enough for him to wind up in the antique store,
Hmm.
et cetera, et cetera.
Um, at one point, Bonnie's dad steps on Woody,
Yeah.
and yet he felt no pain.
Yeah. There had to be the presence of pain. Do
I
you think,
wonder,
yeah,
what if adults can't cause toys pain? Because
interesting.
adults don't see the toys as alive at any point.
Yeah. True.
That once you turn 18, you no longer think toys are alive.
Yeah.
16 if you're in France. They know why.
They know why. I think okay, so that's a possibility. It's a
Hmm.
better option than what I was going to say, which
Okay.
is that Woody is the poster boy for toxic masculinity and refuses to demonstrate verbally,
Mm.
emotionally, or in any way that he's in pain.
So you're saying his bones got crushed and he just sat there going,
Oh yeah, I got them truck nuts on my truck. Do you like them?
okay. Both are possibilities, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, this is a big one.
Okay.
And I hate that we're coming back to Forky, but
Yeah.
he
Hey,
is a
Forky's
theological problem.
he's a huge wrench in it. Folks, can't emphasize enough. Go listen to our last Toy Story 4 episode where we wrangle with the existence of
Yes.
Forky.
I mean, we've really I it was like when people like wrestle with like tough religious questions about their own beliefs.
Yeah.
Because this has become a bit of a religion for you and me.
Yeah, I
Uh
mean, anytime Toy Story comes up, I don't think, oh yeah, great Tom Hanks series. No, I am thinking about the fact that toys go to hell and now
yeah.
weigh
Yeah.
25 micrograms more when they obtain a soul.
Most people, when they watch Toy Story, they go to Disney Plus. Luke and I go to church.
Go to church.
So in this movie, and I didn't catch it before, I think.
Yeah,
Forky says, I don't want to be a toy.
yeah.
Can they choose?
Now this is interesting.
Do they have self-determination?
I don't think so. I think that's the tragedy of Forky.
And I think the movie bears that out because Woody does say, she wrote her name on your foot.
Yeah,
You're a toy now. He's predestined, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. And here's the problem because I get where Forky's coming from.
Sure.
In the sense that we talked about how toys are a composite of their soul,
Hmm.
their intent, and their manufacture,
Yes.
right? So like Buzz thinks he's Buzz Lightyear for reasons we get into, but like his modus operandi is to act like a Buzz Lightyear. Duke Kaboom acts like a Duke Kaboom.
Sure. Yeah.
Forky's made of garbage.
Forky is made of garbage.
So there's a screaming voice in Forky's head saying, throw yourself in the bin,
Hmm. Hmm.
which is horrifying.
And yet he must be deprogrammed.
Yeah. It's like
Uh,
Forky came out of the womb in a cult,
yes.
and the FBI has to deprogram this motherfucker.
Exactly. So, so the name on the foot seems to determine their fate
Yeah.
as to what they'll be.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, okay. Are Bensons naturally evil?
Hmm. That's a
And
good
we
question.
could even put this to all ventriloquist dolls.
I think we have to. I think
Yeah.
categorically, because Benson's are the name, that's the like category of ventriloquist doll that we
Hmm.
see.
But this is
Um,
also our only interaction with any ventriloquist dolls.
Within the Toyverse so far.
Hmm.
Yeah. Maybe Toy Story 5 will be nothing but ventriloquist dolls. And yes, folks, they're making it. I think it
They are
comes
making.
out this year.
Does it?
I'm
Fuck
pretty
me. I
sure I saw
hope
on
not.
Wikipedia that it's slated to come out in the summer.
Let me look it up while you wax poetic.
Yeah, so Benson's. I think
We're good.
uh,
2026.
oh, thank
Am I
fuck.
filled with dread by the fact that we'll still be doing this in 2026? Yeah.
Hey, the Keanu season will end. Thank God.
Thank God.
Um Yeah, I think Bensons have a propensity for evil.
Hmm.
Uh, but I think it is, well, actually, I take it back. It is unfair to assume that anyone's make and model predisposes them for evil. You know what I mean?
I okay. See, I kind of disagree with you.
I guess we are talking about toys, and they
We're
do have
talking about
intent.
toys. They have intent. Here's the other. I think ventriloquist dolls serve a different god,
Oh,
and this is a vengeful god.
yes.
You
They are
know,
quite literally vessels as well.
yeah, because most toys serve their child as a god.
Yeah,
And while their god is fickle, without a doubt, not particularly evil, but but a ventriloquist god, that's Jeff Dunham, and I think
that's
we
Jeff
can all
Dunham.
agree, kind of evil,
Kind of a shithead.
kind of a
Yeah.
shithead. And so I think ventriloquist dolls, by nature of of what they are created for, which is not children. No child wants a ventriloquist doll.
No.
I think the god they serve, like those who serve Baal, um, kind of kind of geared towards evil.
I think you may be right. It would explain a lot about them.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they're essentially walking heretics
Yes.
that have rejected the normal god, child as a god structure of being a
Yeah.
toy.
And it would be why they are treated with such disrespect.
Yeah.
And are, in fact, I believe by Gabby Gabby, a conquered people.
Yes. Again, they're just raw material.
Yes.
They're raw muscle, vessels made to serve the god Jeff Dunham.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And they have been defeated by Gabby Gabby, who I want to note, I don't give a shit about her or
yeah,
her
who?
arc.
Yeah,
Um, and she subjugates them
yeah, yep. I think we nailed it.
yeah, okay. Um, let me what about hand puppets? Where do they fit into this?
Like Muppets.
Yeah, kind of like a hand puppet, one that you
Like,
stick your hand in, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's little shows where
Well,
they smack each other with hammers and shit.
yeah, we're running pretty long, so I'm gonna try to bang through these, but I do need more clarification on this one.
Like a
Where,
Mr. Rogers hand puppet,
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
I'm
land of make
following.
believe. Yeah.
But hand puppet is a wide spectrum because on the one hand we got Muppets, on the other hand you got sock puppet.
So
Sock
Muppets are
puppets are
not hand puppets, are they?
some of them are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of them have a hand shoved up their butt.
Uh-oh. That uh-oh.
That's a problem.
That's a problem because some Muppets aren't that, which would
Yeah.
imply that maybe they serve different gods.
Okay. Yeah, and the
Is there a
purposes of
holy
banging through
war?
these,
Is there a holy war brewing on Sesame Street?
I think there is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sesame Street is a whole other thing that we don't have time to dig
Yeah,
into.
we
Read the
don't have to.
Toyverse.
Maybe Luke, now I will say, with
Yeah,
Patreon, I would watch a couple episodes of Sesame Street and
and then dig
bring
into it.
down the Muppet verse.
I would love that. That would be hilarious.
That'd be fucking good. And
Because yeah, the reason that I'm very scared of this of the Holy War brewing on Sesame Street
mhm,
is that yes, I think hand puppets are toys that become sentient.
okay.
And I think they're being played with is this weird. I think they still adhere to the same religious order where the child operating them
Hmm.
is their god and imbues them with spirit, nourishes their soul.
Hmm.
We sound like lunatics. Um,
Yes.
and I think like a sock puppet's a craft project.
Hmm.
So unless the child, like Forky, comes
Imbues.
yeah,
Yeah, loves comes to love it.
comes to love the sock puppet. Um, which gets real weird when Andy becomes a teenager and the socks get repurposed.
You hold that thought.
Okay. But the reason there's a holy war on Sesame Street is because some of these fuckers are hand puppets that have been imbued with souls. Some
Hmm.
of them, like Big Bird, they're a whole other thing, baby.
Yeah, that's a whole ass man in there.
That's a whole ass man in there. So I don't know. Anyway,
Okay. Um, can toys die of old age?
no.
I think you're right, but there is some kind of aging that happens, right?
Yeah.
They
I
age. I think they just can't die from it.
I don't think they can die. I think they're immortal, save injury, because we've talked about how if
Hmm.
you obliterate a toy,
Yeah,
they're donezo.
and it is clear they must be obliterated
They, yeah,
because the zebra we see cut in half, totally fine. Top half, it's fine.
yeah. So we've discussed this at length, but they have to be vampire rules obliterated,
Mhm.
um, totally destroyed. So I think saving that, I think they age in the sense that they gain experience and wisdom. They change
Mhm.
owners, they change gods multiple
Yeah.
times. They really learn the ropes. But yeah, I think ultimately they are impervious to death by old age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, can they kill themselves?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, actually.
That's kind of grim, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I don't think they have that option unless they are fully obliterated, which
Mm,
is pretty hard to pull off as a toy.
yeah, I think it is hard to obliterate yourself.
Yeah.
Can they do drugs?
There has to be something that they
There's
can
got to be
use.
some kind of drug out there for them.
There's got to be something for toys.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, maybe it's like if you're like, I don't know, man. That's a toughie because I'm trying to think of what to get a toy going.
Corrosion.
Corrosion.
You know the little like foam or whatever that comes out of a corroded battery, the like
Yeah.
weird powder. Maybe they snort that
Oh,
and it does something for
hey, everybody come on over. Woody's got a corroded battery
them.
socket.
Fuck
We're
yeah.
gonna scrape that shit out and we're gonna have a night.
We're gonna have a night, maybe a week if he's got
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, that could be. Because my only other thought is like if you're an electronic toy, if they hook you up to like a car battery or something,
Mm-hmm.
that might do it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's something.
That's something.
Okay. I've got kind of rapid fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
So it's if these can come to life, what their lives are like, just real brief, okay?
Yeah.
Sex toys.
Messy. Yes, very messy.
Yeah, I think by they are adult toys that
Yeah.
people absolutely can come to love.
Yeah. Yeah, all the elements are there. That's exactly what
Hmm.
I was thinking. And I think that they live a well, they're fulfilling their purpose. So I think they're
Hmm.
pretty happy, actually. I think
Oh,
that's
they're
a good way to
very
be.
happy. Yeah, I don't think anyone's coming up. I don't think
I think a lot of
Cockring.
people are coming up.
Yeah, Cockring comes up to Hitachi Magic Wand and is not going like, "How are you doing?" And Hitachi Magic Wand is definitely not going, "I'm having a terrible time." Like that's not happening. Hitachi Magic
Yeah.
Wand, very happy.
Very happy indeed. Plus, they have job security, which a lot of these, I mean, the whole
Oh
point in
yeah.
Toy Stories 3 and 4 is that kids get older and
Mm-hmm.
abandon their toys. If you
Yeah.
are the choicest vibrator
Mm-hmm.
for a divorcee lady in her 40s and you have
Mm-hmm.
a name, oh, I'm gonna
Oh
get George
yeah.
out tonight. Your job security is
You're
intense
set
unless.
unless your owner slips up, not in the way that they normally do, but slips up, you're a silicone toy, uses silicone lube, then we got some problems.
Then you're not having a great time.
No, then you're
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
Then I think you die because you get degraded. Um,
And other toys snort you.
mhm.
Yeah.
Make it real hot.
Yeah.
Um, controllers slash gaming PCs, mouse, keyboard, that sort of thing.
Nah, not a bit. That's a tool, baby. That's not a toy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Toy guns.
Yes.
What's their life like?
Conservative. If you're an airsoft gun that comes to
Mhm.
life, buddy, you got opinions.
Yeah. Oh, you've got some fucking spots
I thought
for
I
sure.
was just thinking it'd be hilarious if they're like, you know how Toy Story, classic Toy Story, they're like making a plan. Oh, we're gonna like
Mhm.
zip across this thing. We're gonna ride Duke Kaboom and zip across this carnival. If an airsoft gun just waddled up and was like, yeah, you could just take everybody out. I feel like you just start shooting. Holy shit, dude. That is
Yeah,
bleak.
it's rough stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
The airsoft gun's not a popular toy amongst
no,
other toys.
absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
Um, cum socks.
Okay, I see that we have looped full circle.
Yeah, we have.
I think that's also a tool.
I I want to say
Yeah.
I think they are a toy because I think for a brief period of time you can come to love a cum sock. You got your old reliable cum sock. And if I may steal, if I may answer the question of what their life is like, and I may steal a quote from Thomas Hobbes. For a cumsock, life is solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short.
Yeah. I think that all checks out. Oof.
You
Oof,
do
my dude.
not want to be a cumsock imbued with love.
You do not. No, that's a horrifying existence. No, I wouldn't wish that on any toy.
No, absolutely not. All right, well, on that, I have a quick piece of mail.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. This comes to us from Daniel, who sends us this email with the subject line, Tatty Bye. And he writes, Why is it so good? Tatty Bye, Daniel.
It just is, man. That's
It's
the
just,
answer.
it's an all-time.
Yeah.
It is an all-timer. Um, Luke, next time, as I scroll up through all my tabs,
Mm-hmm.
we will be watching a movie starring Keanu Reeves,
Yep, yep,
and it
yep.
is, hold on, is this
Is it real?
is this right? Okay, I genuinely, I don't actually know. Um, are we counting um Between Two Ferns the movie?
No.
Okay, then that means that we are watching 2020's The Plague Year, the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run.
Okay, do you want to watch this one? Because I know he's barely in it.
Ooh, shit.
He's literally a cameo.
Oh, then I guess that doesn't hit the rules, but maybe we'll watch it for Patreon sometime.
Yeah, maybe. Because
Okay.
unless if you want to email us and tell us that he's load bearing, but from
Yeah.
what I understand, his face is in it briefly.
Yeah, he plays the sage.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so you got a week
Yeah.
to let us know. In that case, third time's the charm. Then we will be watching 2020's Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Fuck yeah. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. It gets easier from here, I will tell you.
Yeah, we are
Um,
so close to the end of this season
we
too.
are after so we've got Bill and Ted, and then one, two, three, we're done.
Yeah. It's one of those, did you include? Because I don't think we should do a DC League of Super Pets. He's barely in it.
Oh, I did not. Then it's two.
Fuck
So
yeah.
so so I did include DC Link. So it is just two after that. Just two.
Oh, just two more after
A
this
month
next
and a
one.
half away, Luke.
Oh, that feels good.
Now I do have a project for you because we've talked about this before. I
Yeah.
still really need you to play Cyberpunk 2077.
I have it on the Steam Deck. I just downloaded it last night.
I know you have it. You've had it for a while. I need to replay it because I did play through all of it.
Yeah.
Um, but they put out that big update, and so
Yeah.
I need to check it out again.
Yeah, they were shoving that update at me yesterday on Steam. It was like, hey, you want an extra hit of this for half off? And I was like, I might. I haven't
Yeah,
played it yet, but I might.
it's supposed to be phenomenal. So you got to do that, and we got to do a Cyberpunk 2077 episode for the Patreon.
For sure. Sounds good.
Luke, let's get out of here. So, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Hanksy Panksy. You can find us on Facebook at Hanksy Panksy Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Hanksy Panksy Pod. You can send us an email at hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. We have a Patreon. If you haven't noticed, we've mentioned it a couple times, patreon.com/hanksypanksy. We've not put a lot of stuff on there lately, but we will. We got plans. You heard some of them.
Yeah.
And so head us over there, chuck us some money, give us enough. You can be one of Hanks's heroes, like Tuck and Daniel. And fellas, I won't obliterate you.
Nice.
Yeah,
They get to live forever now.
they get to live forever. Luke, do you have a final quote?
I do. And it is, yes, I Canada.
Perfect.
Yeah. Exquisite.
Well, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves. We'll be back next time with 2020's Bill and Ted Face the Music.